Much happening the month of September. So here's your predictions. So many changes, so many good things happening in September because we have a lot of planets that are moving and we have a lot of things to celebrate this month. So let me show you guys and then get to the predictions. Okay, so in the month of September, we have Venus turning direct finally. First thing that we're going to notice this month is that on the 4th, Venus finally goes direct in Cancer and it remains there until October. But it's going in direct motion, so it's about to cross over to Leo. Then on the 5th, a day after, Jupiter goes retrograde in Aries. So Jupiter is going to expand its signification. So when a planet is retrograde, like I've mentioned before, it expands and it grows. And Jupiter's a planet of expansion. So we might be revisiting something that deals with wherever Jupiter is placed for us and also where it's transiting based on our rising and moon sign. So we're revisiting something in that area and like receiving the manifestations of that. Then on the 12th, we have a new moon in Leo, and I'm going to make a separate video for these two, for Jupiter retrograde and new moon in Leo, and then the full moon in Pisces. Mercury turns direct in Leo on the 16th, so no more miscommunication, no more ego issues when it comes to communications. We're going direct. Mercury is going to go direct. Then on the 16th, also Sun enters Virgo, so same day. Then the full moon is on the 28th. And on the 29th, we have celebration of our Pitris, which is our forefathers. And I highly recommend that on that day to receive their blessings, that you do something that represents them, like maybe create like a little altar for them, think of them, do something that they like to do in order to like honor them and therefore receive their blessings. And on the 18th, we also have a celebration for Ganesha is the god of prosperity, of abundance. It blesses everything. So this is a really good auspicious day to start something new that you want blessed. So do that on those days. And yeah, let's get started with the reading. We'll begin with Aries. Aries rising and moons, all month long, you'll have Mars transiting your 6th house, which is giving you a lot of power and a lot of strength to get things done at work, to have a better routine, to really become more a force to be reckoned with. It's also giving you a lot of energy and a lot of power to be able to just stand up for yourself and overcome any enemies that might be coming up for you at work. Expenses could be a little high, but it's not anything that you can't overcome. There's not anything that's going to be super permanent. This is just a transit of Mars, and after by October it'll be already gone from there. Then you have Mercury in your 5th house of romance and children. So this is a month when your romantic side is really going to be activated. Maybe some of you decided to conceive a child, or maybe some of you decided to move homes, or you decide to move homes with Venus being in your 4th house for such a long time. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable after Venus goes direct, after the Venus turns direct after the 4th, so you're going to feel a lot more safe. Like up until now, you have been revisiting things that deal with your home life and your career life. And after the 6th, or after the 4th, you're going to feel like, okay, now I figured out what it is that I need in order to feel more happy, in order to feel more comfortable, more nurtured, more safe in the confinement of my home or in my home environment. And then after the Jupiter goes retrograde over your 1st house on the 5th, which means that you're going to be revisiting past things that deal with your appearance, with your relationships. It's very important for you to love yourself and also work on expanding yourself, because Jupiter going retrograde in your 1st house is really going to expand your sense of self. Your Aries, some of you are buying property, some of you have been looking to renovate your homes, relocate. If you have been doing this in the past, now you can see this actually coming to fruition. And then with Jupiter retrograde in your first house, you're really expanding, and you're looking back at your life and realizing what has worked, what hasn't worked, what can I use and take with me for the future, what do I need to change about my partnerships to be more respected, to be more seen, to have better boundaries, what learning something new, expanding in some way with your children, your creativity, maybe expanding your business if you own your own business. A lot of you could be expanding your business at this time, or maybe you have been thinking about hiring more people, or just like changing work environments in general. This is the month when that can definitely happen for you. You can also see, like, if you were having litigations, if you were under litigation, this is the month when you might receive some good news around that. So if your expenses go up, your expenses might be going up because of home, or because of this new creative project, or because of work. Some of you may also be traveling this month, so it's a good month for that. Traveling abroad. So it's a great month for all those things. Now we're off to the next sign, which is Taurus. The Lord of your first house, the ruler of your first house, is going direct on the 4th. So this is really good. Because when Venus is retrograde, it rules over your first house itself. So it really impacts the Taurus and Libra risings. But now it's going direct in your 3rd house of media, of communication. So you're really learning how to communicate the things that you learned. Or maybe you took on a new business venture, and now you're learning how to communicate, how to express it through the use of your words, or maybe expanding your business, growing your business, changing your business in some way. All of those things can be seen. Now, with all this action that's happening in your 5th house, this could be a month of new creative ideas, new creative projects that you turn into like a business venture. Or this could be maybe more romance in your life, more wanting to go out more with friends, wanting to spend time doing the things that you love, spending time with family, learning something new, or just like focusing your time on learning something deeper. Then Jupiter goes retrograde in your 12th house, so you might expenses can go up a bit, but that's okay, because they're going up due to this business venture, or due to family, or due to a new creative, or a new love romantic relationship, or it could also be going up due to you wanting like expensive, beautiful things. So everything is an exchange of energy. So view it in that way. It's not a bad month in general, because work is going to also increase in the same way that your expenses are. So it's a good time to also focus on your home life, on your emotions, on your happiness, on your career, a lot of career growth. And this is the month when you actually get the recognition of like all the things that you have been working so hard on during all these retrogrades, especially when it comes to work. So you get the recognition. This is an abundant month for you, of a lot of recognition, a lot of being seen, a lot of feeling more comfortable in your happiness, in your home life, in your home environment. So this is a really good month for you. The month that you have been waiting for all year, because this is the month when you are going to gain more knowledge, you're going to gain more prosperity, you're going to gain more luck, more wisdom. This is a good time when you're going to feel the comforts of the fruits of your labor really show up in your life, a lot more optimistic about your life in general. This is all going, you're going to see it progressively increase after the 4th, all month long, really. So there's luck on your side, abundance is on your side, your wishes are coming true this month. You are going to overcome any obstacles thrown at you, and you're really going to see the fruits of your labor. All the seeds that you have been planting are finally going to prosper and grow this month. I'm going to do a separate video for Jupiter retrograde, but this is like a little overview of Jupiter going retrograde in your 12th house, making an aspect to your 5th house. So this is a really good month for you, and your 4th house. So your 4th house is getting activated with this Jupiter retrograde, and your 8th house. So it's like money coming in, luck coming in, abundance, love, learning. So many good things are happening for you this month. Can see proposals of lovers. They can see maybe if you were trying to conceive a child, there's a good month for that. So conceive a new project, a new business project. This is so many good things happening for you guys this month. Business wise, everything is like, maybe even travel for some of you. Yeah, so this is a really good month for you guys. This is the month that you've been waiting for, actually. So maybe you're gonna get a lot of support from your family, from your mother, from your father, relationships as well, marriage, proposals can happen this month for you. So many like amazing, all of your wishes are coming true this month. That's all I gotta say. Off to the next sign, which is Gemini. Rising and Gemini moons. So this month we have Venus going direct in your second house of finances, family, stability. So this is going to be a relief after a lot of contemplation on what you need to do to feel stable. You're finally going to see the way out and what you need to do to move forward, to get your finances in check, to your family life is going to improve, the health of your family members as well. You can also Mercury is going to remain retrograde in your third house, so your willpower is a little bit in question right now. Like you're feeling like there's a lot of changes and they're happening rapidly, and you're feeling uh like your home, something around your home environment, something around your sense of self, where you're feeling like you need to shift. And once Mercury goes direct after the 16th, you're going to have the willpower and the strength to actually move forward with those changes. Your finances are going to improve, your willpower is going to increase. So anything that wasn't working before, you're settling that during the retrograde, and after the 16th, once the ruler of your first house goes direct, you're going to know how to move forward. A month for you where you're doing a lot of like short distance traveling, maybe because of school, because of work, or because and you're going to be like away from like your home base a lot of the month. Like maybe you're like found a new job and now you're having to like you're rarely home. Or this could also be a month when you're just doing like little errands here and there. Your willpower is increasing though, so that's a really good thing. You're gonna have the strength and the energy to get things done, but you will have a little bit of a restless energy, so it's really good to use this time wisely, in the sense of it's a good time to learn something new and to really go in there and like shift your communication patterns through affirmations, and also change like how you feel happiest at home through affirmations. So repeating affirmations like I feel safe in my body, I feel safe in the comforts of my home, I am abundant, or I am safe, I am happy, I am glowing, I am magnetic, everything works out for me. So a lot of self-concept affirmations are going to help you calm down your nervous system and calm down the restlessness that you can feel. Also, exercise might be a really good thing that you take on so that you can like release some of that pent-up energy. This is also a really good time for you to like release new projects online, or if you work in media, or release new or even pick up on old like manifestations that you had that deal with the media, or that deal with technology, or that deal with like expressing yourself through social media. This is a good month to like go viral if you work in the media, or if you work in publishing. This is a good time to like publish your work or things like that. Or if you work with technology, after Mercury goes direct, this is a good month also for you. This lot of like a month when a lot of like new business ventures, new business ideas are like consuming you, like you're getting rapid ideas. So write them down, you know, as soon as you get them, because you can revisit them later if you can't right now. But like a lot of like new ideas, new creative projects are gonna like show up in your mind, and you're gonna have the energy to execute them also. When it comes to your home life, maybe you're moving, or maybe you're relocating, or maybe just like be careful with your mom, like not don't get angry at her, don't fight with her, because like a lot of your energy is being expended in your home environment. So when Mars transits the fourth house, you can tend to feel a little bit of aggression, of anger, if you don't control it. So make sure to do those affirmations to rewire all that pent-up energy at home. And but it's also looking at your 10th house of career, so you can direct it towards a new job, getting recognition at work, having that energy to get your work done. So it's a good time for students who wanted to get into higher education, or who are studying to some extent. Cancer rising and Cancer moons. So Venus is going direct in your first house after the fourth. So this is a really good sign because it means that now you're going to be able to move forward. You have been revisiting your relationships. You have been revisiting your sense of self, your confidence, your value system. You have been revisiting everything about your life. And now after the fourth, you're going to feel like, now I can finally move forward with these things. I can finally move forward with my life. Then on this, Mercury also goes direct on in your second house on the 16th. So it's going to be good. So anything that you have been feeling up until now, like your finances or your family life or your sense of security has been in question, or your financial stability, now after the 16th, you're going to feel like now you have a plan on how to move forward. Jupiter retrograde in your 10th house is going to bring up past like career stuff that you need to handle and you need to work through. And once you work through those things, you're going to see your career really expand and really grow. Maybe you're starting a new career path, or maybe you're changing jobs. The energy that you have this month is really going towards like your willpower, your strength. So this is a really good sign with Mars in the third house, because you're having the strength to get things done, to communicate your needs, to, if you were trying to apply for higher education, is a good month for that. If you were maybe if you work in the media, media, social media and things like that, is a great month for that, because a lot of your energy is going towards that house, your willpower, your strength. It's a good month to get things done. Like, you're going to have the energy to get things done. You're also going to have the energy to make more money, to look at your finances, to really examine them, to really shift them, to illuminate them. Love you in your career, because like I said, Jupiter is going retrograde, so it's really expanding everything that deals with your sense of self, with your home, with your image. So this is a great time for those of you, like if you didn't have a job prior, this is a great month where you might just find the job that you wanted, or you've been sorting out things that deal with like your sense of self, or how you're portrayed by the outside world, your image and things like that. Now you're going to look is on your side, or it's some kind of recognition that was owed to you in the past, now it's going to come to you. So this is a great month to do some affirmations like, I get the recognition I deserve. I get everything I want. I am powerful. I am successful. Success is on my side. I successfully accomplish everything that I want. So it's a really good month with a lot of energy, a lot of recognition. So Venus going direct in your first house, you're going to have the beauty. Everything's on your side. So it's a really good month for you. Up to the next sign, which is Leo. The new moons after Venus goes direct on the 4th this month, everything that you have been like you have been doing a lot of inner work, letting go of a lot of things that are no longer serving you. And after the 4th, once Venus goes direct, you're going to feel this like a sense of accomplishment, sense of direction, like where you need to go, where you need to put your energy, where you need to put your creative endeavors, where you need to direct your creative energy towards. You're really going to have a lot of clarity in that. And then Sun goes from your first house into your second house. So it's going to be all about finances after the second half of the month. You're going to be really focused on your financial stability, on making more money, on finances in general. So this is a really good month to stable your finances. After a month of a lot of expenditures, now you're going to be financially more stable, financially more secure, feeling more secure financially. And it's just like feeling more selfish, like the focus is going inward, it's going towards you, because you've realized a lot of things, and now you're focusing more on yourself, on improving your sense of confidence, on improving your sense of self, on making your family more stable, family money, on making your increasing your family. Even Jupiter is going to be retrograde in your 9th house. Maybe you're going to learning something new, and therefore you're going to, or maybe you're picking up something like educational from the past, and therefore it's going to expand. Like, your luck is getting expanded big time. 9th house Jupiter retrograde gets expanded, gets impacted, becomes stronger, becomes a lot. You're overcoming all of your obstacles. A lot more strength is on your side as well. Communicating your needs will also be something that you're working on. Just be careful of the foods that you eat. Make sure that they're not like acidic, because you're wanting to like eat or cook or like something around the foods. something, or maybe you've been teaching something. Maybe you're going to sign up for new courses or education or higher education. But regardless, like you're following your path. You're going towards your path, and your path is very illuminated, especially after Jupiter goes retrograde. So it's really impacting your luck factor, your path, your finances, your resources, your money. So, and then even like your routines, your health, and all of that is also being illuminated. So you're getting into like better or a different routine. You're switching up your routine in some way, or focusing on managing your time better, or on time management. But there can be some switches to like your daily routine for some reason or another. So utilize that to your favor. Utilize time is on your side. Maybe you can recite some affirmations like, I am so abundant. Money is all around me. Money always comes to me. I never have to search for money because money's always coming in. Money triples every single day. I make more and more money as the days go by. I am so knowledgeable. I add so much value to people's lives. I am so valuable. I am so valuable to everybody that I meet with. Everything that I do adds value to people's lives. You can also say things like, let's see, money's always working for me. Money's always tripling. I have so much financial stability. I am so stable. I love myself. I love my stability. I love my calmness. I love my peace. I am so blessed to be so peaceful, so calm, to have such a caring and stable family life. So those are some of the affirmations that you can repeat to yourself this month that are really going to help you because they're tailored to your chart. Leo risings and moons can also be like if you have your own business, you can be upscaling your business, or just like hiring more people this month, or even like thinking about how just like a very financially focused month, focusing on how you spend your finances, but in a good way, like a very financially abundant month. Like there's a lot of abundance coming in this month, and you're also like learning something new, like taking on new courses, or meeting with like a mentor, a coach, a therapist, whoever, but they're going to bring a lot of luck to your life. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to actually like meet with them one-on-one. Maybe even like this could take the shape of like you listening to a course online, or listening to like a podcast and really enjoying this person and learning a lot from them. Just know that whoever you're taking this advice from, it's going to be really good, but very beneficial. You're going to be upscaling your life in general, like especially your finances, your sense of stability, upscaling your resources, to scaling your life. Make sure that, because everything's just going to grow a lot for you this month, so make sure that you're really learning how to manage your time, because your routine is going to change for the better also. So everything's changing for you. This is a really good month for you guys. So out to the next sign, which is Virgo. And Virgo moon. So this month is a month where you're coming to a lot of realizations and a lot of letting go. A lot of letting go of attachments, a lot of letting go of things that are no longer serving you, a lot of letting, maybe some traveling abroad, maybe some kind of travels come up. Expenses can go up too, but it's not for anything negative. It's ultimately for your learning about yourself, and therefore releasing things. Venus is going direct in your 11th house of hopes and wishes. So if you haven't seen a manifestation unfold in your life that you've had for a while, this will be the time when it can definitely happen on the day of. Watch for that date, which is on the 4th of September. Okay, now Jupiter is going retrograde in your 8th house, the house of expenses, transformation. So not expenses, like gains, transformation, resources, finances, like money received that was not earned. So maybe you might be receiving money if you were waiting for a inheritance. This could be the time when you receive it, or if you were waiting for some kind of transformation, use it for the better, because use it for the better, like use it positively, like in the sense where you're going to up level your life, because Jupiter in the 8th house can bring about a lot of turmoil if you don't catch yourself. Remember, this life, it's all about your thoughts. It's all about your thinking and how you direct the energy. Astrology tells you it can go this way or this way. How it shows up is dependent on you. and depending on how you create it. So if you created, oh, I'm doomed, this month is going to be horrible, and that's exactly what's going to happen. If you shift that energy, because everything has polarity in this life, then you can say this is a month of a lot of transformation and a lot of healing, and therefore I'm going to use this time to isolate myself, get my shit together, get things done, really recognize what it is that I need to do in my life to feel better about myself, to feel better about my life, to transform my financial stability. And guess what's going to happen? That's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to transform yourself. You're going to, and then after this month is over, I mean, by the end of the month, sun goes into your first house. You're going to be illuminated, recharged, renewed. And then I think next month, Mercury also enters your first house where it belongs. So you're preparing for what's to come next month. So there's a time of preparation and of healing. Very disciplined, but because this can be a month of a lot of work and business type of recognition, and a lot of business and work related matters where you're going to be working a lot. Maybe you're going to be traveling, maybe you're going to be working with foreigners, maybe you work in a foreign land, or if you work with foreigners, this is a really good month for that. Maybe if you were waiting for an inheritance, like especially if it's coming from like your dad's side or like ancestral inheritance in general, this can be the month when you finally hear back or when you get it. So transforming your resources, maybe maybe even traveling for some of you. This could be a time for that, especially the first half of the month, receiving like whatever was meant for you in the past. Inheritance wise, it was maybe has been stalled. You might get it at this time. Now we're off to the next sign, which is Libra. Libra moons. Okay, this is a really good month for you guys because finally the ruler of your first house, Venus, is going direct after the 4th in your 10th house of career. So if you were like revisiting career matters and things like that the past few weeks, while Venus was retrograde, this is the time when you're going to get the recognition that you deserve, the recognition, like slowly but surely things are manifesting for you. You're going to get the recognition that you deserve this month. You're going to be seen. You're going to be more magnetic to others. Like others are really going to see your creative powers. You also have Mercury and Sun in your 11th house of hopes and wishes, looking at your 5th house. So maybe some kind of creative endeavor taking shape, business endeavor. If you work in like the media, or maybe even relating to love matters, there could be some kind of manifestation there as well. The most is that Jupiter is going retrograde in your 7th house and is sitting with Rahu, the North Node, which means that matters relating to your 7th house, to relationships, marriage, contracts, etc., business, and other people are getting expanded. So you're going to be a lot more visible to the public, to other people. Maybe if you wanted to enter a new job, a new position, or a new business venture, this is a great time for that because you're really being seen. And Jupiter is going to expand everything. It's going to really highlight things relating to marriage and relationships. You can see some Libra rising and moons getting married, others getting divorced. You know, it can go either way. However, everything's for the better. So make sure that you're like shifting your mindset because you get to shift how this takes place. Yet, I will say that relationships are going to be expanded. Matters relating to relationships, you have to like focus on yourself, focus on your self-worth, focus on your self-concept so that your relationships can also reflect that. Remember, everything starts first with you and then it reflects outward. So this is an opportunity for that outward reflection once you work on yourself. Some of you may get into a new relationship, a new partnership. Jupiter there is really expanding your relationships and your finances and your financial stability. So maybe you get financial support, maybe you start a new business, maybe you start a new contract, a business contract. It's going to be good. It's going to go well ultimately. Just be very cautious as to like the types of people that you get into business with. Make sure you're vetting them properly. Make sure you're, blessing your business. If it's a business venture, make sure you bless it before you start it. Connection from others, connections from the outside world. This is a month when you can, manifest new connections, manifest new social an increase in your social circles. Is a really good time for that. There could be maybe some traveling that you do as well, or also like a lot of time being spent buying things for education, or buying things for this new business or this new venture, or this new work, job, etc. Or it can also be the case that if you're in a marriage, make sure you're working on the marriage actively because you're like seeking connection, but at the same time, it's like you want a different type of connection, almost. Or issues from the past, or not necessarily issues, or situations from the past can come back up now during the Jupiter retrograde. However, Jupiter is going to give you the ability to solve it if that's what you wanted to do, or just solve it in general, whatever shape it might take. Just trust that like whatever's happening is for the best. However, this is a really good month for career, for work, for connecting with people, the outside world. They're seeing you in a different light as somebody who has more, has a good reputation, is very giving, is very nourishing, very nurturing. So it's a great month overall. The only caution I would say is that make sure you're also nourishing and nurturing your relationships if you're in a relationship. Alrighty, off to the next sign, which is Scorpio. Scorpio moon. Okay, so this month is all about your career life, your hopes and wishes. It's also a month where you might see some kind of gains coming up in your life. You, especially in the first half of the month, some kind of recognition at work, and then Venus is going direct in your 9th house, some kind of travel that you might be doing, or just like luck is on your side, or maybe even getting into like a higher education if you were looking to get into that, if you're applying, etc. This could be a month where you are really reevaluating your friendships, maybe new connections, or just like a manifestation that you really want, that you've been waiting on. Also, love can be in the cards for you this month, or just like some like change of homes, traveling, or even like relocation to some extent. For you at all, is in fact is actually a good month where you might get recognition. The only thing is that you do have Saturn in the 4th house, so it's a little bit heavy at home in the home front. So you might you need to balance out like your image and how others perceive you in order to feel safer at home. So whatever, like your image and your home life needs to be on the same page in order for things to really begin to take shape for you. So this is a month when maybe your authority figures can have a little bit of ego issues, or like you're having a little bit of difficulty speaking to your bosses, or like communicating in some way. Regardless, that's going to be settled. Like they can be a little bit up and down in their communication with you, or like some misunderstandings beginning of the month, but things will figure itself out. This is a really good month for you, so it's not a negative month. Positive things, manifestations coming in, new circle of friends, or friends in like high powered positions, or like just like a wish fulfillment in relationships, or a wish fulfillment in the area of life that deals with like creativity, maybe a new business venture if you work in like media, or if you work with children, or if you work in with technology to some extent. This is a really good month for that. So maybe some of you are getting discovered, or like through the media, or maybe some of you are getting a promotion if you work in technology, like publishing. Just like a lot of wish fulfillments this month, a month long, especially in the second half of the month once all the planets go direct. Then Jupiter is going to be retrograde in your 6th house of work, so that's where the issues are kind of like coming about, because Jupiter is going to expand your work environment. It's going to expand your work in general, like what you do for work, or maybe just like more co-workers, or just like if you own your own business, maybe expanding your own business, or maybe just like expanding your health and wellness routine. So be careful with the foods that you're eating. That's it. Maybe you could be eating like sweets, or like really like bitter foods. Be careful with that. Other than that, like your coworkers, still like maybe like you're having a difficult time with them, and now things are getting expanded, but not for the worst. It's just like not for the worst though. Just like you just need to watch like the way that you communicate with your superiors, or like your coworkers, because things can be expanded at this time in your daily routine, in your work environment, in your everyday life. Other than that, it's a really good month. And yeah, off to the next sign, which is Sagittarius. Moons, this is a good month for you to think very positively, because Jupiter is going retrograde in your 5th house of creativity, of children, of relationships, love, romance. So it's really going to expand matters in that area. Also, the 5th house deals with education and learning. So this is the month when you can be learning something new, or you can be trying to conceive to some extent. It's a really good month for that. Make sure that you're like listening to affirmations, thinking very positively, keeping your mind on the right track. And when like negative thinking creeps up, you shift your mindset. always continue to shift your mindset. Venus is going direct in your 8th house, so this is a good sign when it comes to your wealth, when it comes to like your resources. Maybe if you were losing money before, if you lost money due to investments, this is a time when you regain it, so it's a really good time for that. Also, Venus in your 8th house could be a time when you go through some kind of like really needed transformation that you've been undergoing from the past, and once it goes direct, now you have the answers that you need to move forward. Mercury in your 9th house, maybe you're in higher education, or maybe you're like in a university of some sort, or doing some kind of study, some kind of like program. This is a time when you can begin to get recognition after Mercury goes direct. Maybe something happened while it was retrograde that you realized you were not getting the recognition you deserved, and now you start to get the recognition. Or maybe some of you could be traveling too, or learning something new. Luck is on your side. Then second half of the month, a lot of clients go into your 10th house of career, where you're going to want to change your image, your legacy. You're going to want to be perceived differently. So it's a really good month for that. So make sure that you're shifting your thought process, because this can go either way depending on how you think. If you think positively, then you will attract the positive. So make sure you're using really good affirmations, really positive affirmations day and night, and know that everything's going to turn out really good for you guys. Off to the next sign, which is Capricorn. For moons, Venus is going direct in your 7th house of relationships. So any kind of relationship issue that you might have had in the past, now you've solidified it. Now you've kind of like realized what needs to be changed, what's come up, what boundaries you need to put, or what you need to change in order for things to move forward in the right track. So this is a really good sign. So you're feeling like you're being understood in your partnership after the 4th. And then in your 8th house, you have Mercury and Sun. So things are coming to light. Realizations are abundant right now, especially after Mercury goes direct. After the 16th, you're going to realize that now I have the answers on how to move forward. Maybe if you were waiting on a settlement and things were backlogged due to the retrograde, you had to revisit some things in terms of this. Then when it goes direct, you might receive it. After mid-month, Sun goes into your 9th house. You might be doing some traveling, or you might be doing some new learning. 4th house, Jupiter goes retrograde. If you're planning to move homes, is the time when you might decide, okay, it's time, I want to move. I have the necessary tools in order to move, etc. So this might be a time when you decide you want to move, or when you decide that you want to maybe travel, or maybe like change your look to some extent, or change career paths, or change something about the way that others view you, being able to express your emotional side better. You're also going to be able to transform and transmute your energy. So there's a major transformation that can undergo in your life that has been a long time coming, or you've been working on, and now you kind of like feel like you're coming out of it, and you're feeling like a butterfly spreading your wings. Like you're letting go of attachments, things that are not serving you, and to people, places, and things that are no longer serving you. And this is something that's very karmic, that's coming to you from like your ancestors. Or you can receive even like ancestral like land, or maybe a settlement. Your family life, you've been really like transforming your finances or your sense of stability within your family, and now you're coming out of this stage feeling like a brand new person. Luck is going to be on your side after the second half of the month, and maybe you're going to like find home, like your home base somewhere else, like feeling like you need to shift your home base towards somewhere else, and it's not going to be a negative thing, so embrace it. Then we're off to the last sign, to the next sign, which is Aquarius. Aquarius rising and moons. This is the month that it's all about other people, all about transformation, transforming yourself, and how you view others, your relationships, your partnerships, putting boundaries, putting yourself first, really working on your sense of self, on your health, on your wellness. Venus is going direct in your 6th house. So you're really going to feel like, okay, now I know what I need to do in order to get my health in check. Venus gets debilitated in the 6th house, so it's not such a good placement, but at the same time, it's not, nothing is good or bad. This gives you an opportunity to have a better routine, to have a better day-to-day life, to have a better work relationships with others. It's just that Venus in the 6th house, it would be equivalent to Virgo, so it's a little bit critical. in nature. So be careful you're not too critical of yourself or of other people in your work environment. But other than that, like your relationships are really coming under the microscope, where you're feeling like maybe contractual business relationships. If you've been waiting for some contracts, maybe it's a time when you receive them. Or in your partnerships, you're going to learn how to have better communication or how to stand up for yourself, especially after Mercury goes direct after the 16th. And then you're going to have in your 8th house, you're going to continue to have Mars. So just be careful driving. Not that anything's going to happen, but watch out with your driving or with your eating. Don't eat any like acidic foods or foods that are going to upset your stomach, because you can get like upset stomach. But make sure you're driving like, cautiously. There could be some kind of like secrets or like things that come to light that really help you change yourself. So there's a big change, like a month of a lot of transformation, of a lot of transmuting a lot of the energies. And Sun coming into the 8th house is really going to illuminate anything that has been hidden from you, whether that's like resources, finances, money, or it could also be dealing with like secrets pertaining like your love relationships, your children, or like a manifestation, or just like relationships in general. If that's the case, you're going to be given the tools to be able to change it. So you can transform yourself at this time. There's like major transformations going on, especially to your partnerships, your relationships, and your romantic love affairs, like love life. And then Jupiter goes retrograde after the 5th in your 3rd house of willpower, strength. So this could give you a lot of like new old ideas in terms of business that you might have suppressed in the past, and now you're getting new idea, you're getting them back, and now you can take action towards it, or like do them differently this time. Strength and energy and courage this month, especially after Jupiter goes retrograde in your 3rd house after the 5th. So make sure that you use this energy constructively, and you don't use it like to bicker and fight with people, because you can maybe get irritable or get the urge to just like bicker with others. Just don't do that. Use it for like business related matters. Use it to improve your routine, to improve your everyday life, to settle things from the past, maybe you had settlements from the past that you want to settle. Use it for those things. Like you get to choose where your energy goes. And if you use it properly, then this could be a month where you have a lot of courage and where you can really improve your health. Otherwise, if you're not cautious of where your mind is going, this could be a month where you kind of like bicker with others for no reason, and they're like taken back, and this can even be displayed in your career with your superiors or with your coworkers. So use this energy wisely, use it productively, because you can even become recognized or launch some kind of like major project, especially through the use of the media. So it's a good month for that. Now we're off to the last sign, which is Pisces. Rising and Pisces moon. So you're going to have a full moon happening in your 1st house. And you're also at the end of the month on the 29th, I believe, on the 28th. And then you have Jupiter going retrograde in your 2nd house of family or finances, of stability, money as well. So Jupiter retrograde there is really going to expand your finances, or because retrograde planets expand, they get bigger, their significations become stronger. So you can really pick up something from the past that dealt with your finances and really launch it or become more stable because of it. Maybe some traveling, maybe some moving, maybe some Venus is going to go direct in your 5th house of relationships. So that's a good thing. Your relationships are going to get settled, maybe with your children, maybe a wish fulfillment can come true at this time once Venus goes direct. Then in your 6th house, you have Mercury and Sun. So in your everyday life and your routine, this is an area of life that if you had misunderstandings at work prior, now they can be solved, where now you understand where they were coming from, your coworkers, or things with your coworkers get resolved. A lot of your time and energy is going towards your finances, financial stability, becoming more stable in your family life, security within your family, security within your own comfort zone, within your own mental stability and physical stability. Your wishes or learning something new is going to help your finances in some way. That's a possibility too. Or even like expressing to your family your own things that you have been holding back. Make sure you're watching like the types of food that you eat, and not like eating too much sugary foods or too much acidic foods that are going to upset your stomach. Family and your finances and your sense of stability, make sure you're being very clear, really upfront about your financial stability, your finances, and all of that, because there could be some kind of lack of clarity in your finances to some extent with your family or with your loved ones. But at the same time, luck is on your side, and you can also prepare for like employment or a new opportunity when it comes to work that's very driven by your good karmas, is very driven by your good luck. So good luck is on your side. Also, expansion to your finances can also be seen at this time. So it's like a very financially heavy month, which is not a negative thing. Also a very relationship heavy month. If you have own your own business, this could be a time of expansion of your business, or a time of expansion of your home life, or a time of expansion of your marriage. Be careful with bickering within your relationships, within your marriage. But other than that, like this could be a time when you meet someone, or if you're in a relationship, you renew the relationship, or maybe some of you may be getting married, getting engaged, etc. This could be a time for that. There's a lot of heavy planets in your 7th house, but make sure you're working on your self-concept first, on yourself, on your sense of self, on your happiness, and then the rest will mirror that. Because if you're not happy, neither are your relationships. So focus on yourself, and then the rest will work itself out. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you're excited for this month. Bye.